Several years ago, I want to say it was the 2018-2019 NBA season. It was whatever year the farewell tour for Dwyane Wade was. Few NBA players actually deserve a farewell tour. I remember when Carmelo Anthony tried to have his, no one was interested, no one cared. He wasn't on that level. But Dwyane Wade was. At the time of his retirement, he was one of the most respected players in the NBA. At one time, this dude was the ultimate alpha male. I remember back when the Heat won the title in 2006. They had brought in Shaq 2 years before. Many in the media were worried at the time about Shaq and D Wade getting along. I mean, Shaq had just left Los Angeles, actually got kicked out of Los Angeles because he couldn't get along with Kobe Bryant. When the Heat won that title in '06, Shaquille O'Neal said publicly, Dwyane Wade is the leader of this team. A few years later, he taught LeBron James how to lead. He taught LeBron James how to win. During his final season, Dwyane Wade played one game in New Orleans. Now, I normally don't attend many regular season games unless it's a big one, but I wanted to go to this game since it was Dwyane Wade's final game in New Orleans. Unlike with Chris Paul Friday night, fans in New Orleans showered Dwyane Wade with respect that he had earned throughout his career. Now, fast forward to 2022. Dwyane Wade, who was once one of the leaders of the NBA, is not even the leader of his own fucking household. We have talked about Zaya Wade, the son of Dwyane Wade, who is now supposedly the daughter. We have talked about this before. Now, I'm going to try and use the same discretion that I did last time and not publicly criticize the child. Because in all honesty, I don't blame the kid. I blame the parents, Dwyane Wade and Gabrielle Union. I'm not sure if Zaya Wade has actually transitioned or if he's just pretending to be a girl. Either fucking way, it's disgusting. If you're 25 years old and you're a dude who wants to become a woman, or even identify as a woman, whatever, go for it. I don't care. I don't think you should be playing in the WNBA, but do whatever the hell you want with your own body at 25 years old. But when it comes to kids, it is completely different. Teenagers are constantly changing their minds. One day their hero is some Powerpuff Girl or whatever the fuck. The next day their hero is Naomi Osaka. But there's never a day when their hero is Kamala Harris. I don't think anyone can look up to someone whose only discernible skill is being dumb enough to make Joe Biden look intelligent. But my point is, teenagers haven't developed the cognitive skills to make life-changing decisions. That's why they have parents. There's a reason you're not allowed to make decisions until you're an adult. There's a reason you can't buy booze until 21, can't buy cigarettes until 18, can't vote until you're 18. At 14 years old, your mind is still developing. I don't think Dwyane Wade of 2006 would respect the Dwyane Wade of 2022. He has stated numerous times in the past that his wife, Gabrielle Union, has changed his mentality when it comes to the acceptance of the LGBT community. I mean, number one, as the man, as the husband, Dwyane Wade is supposed to be the leader of the household. Dwyane Wade is supposed to be the decision maker. That doesn't mean Gabrielle Union doesn't have equal respect, equal power in the relationship. That doesn't mean her opinion is any less valued. It's just human nature. Or I guess I should say, it's the way human nature has been for thousands of years until social justice warriors tried to fuck it up. In a relationship, men are the natural leaders. Women follow the lead of their man. Children need their mothers, but kids naturally look to their fathers for acceptance, for leadership. From the outside looking in, Dwyane Wade's household is the complete opposite. Gabrielle Union is the alpha male. Dwyane Wade is the beta male follower. He follows her lead. And number two, there's a huge difference between acceptance and enabling. For example, your 14-year-old son comes to you and says, Daddy, I want to remove my Frankie and replace it with a nice uterus. Acceptance would be, Son, when you're grown, you can make whatever decision you want with your body. I'll love you either way, but I'm not paying for it and I'm not assisting you in any way. Enabling is what Dwyane Wade is doing with his son, or now daughter, or whatever the fuck. Several months ago, I blasted Dwyane Wade for posting a picture of his son on social media wearing a damn dress, supposedly in honor of Kobe Bryant. Last weekend, he took it a step further. The Wade household, they were celebrating Easter last weekend. Normal people, we celebrate Easter by having an Easter egg hunt for the kids. Maybe you go to church that morning with your family. If the kids are grown, maybe your mom cooks and has the kids and their spouses over for lunch. Perhaps you call your grandmother. You haven't seen her in a while. She lives out of state. You call her just to tell her that, you're thinking about her and you love her. There are many ways that normal people celebrate Easter. In the Wade household, they celebrate the holidays a little bit differently. Zaya Wade, the former son of Dwyane Wade, now has a boyfriend. I guess that makes him heterosexual? I mean, I'm not sure how you classify transgender women and men who are dating. I would normally insert a joke here, but since these are kids we're talking about, I'm going to try and maintain some level of discretion and respect. But here is a picture of Zaya Wade and her boyfriend, Hunter. I'm just going to state the obvious here. Zaya Wade looks like the dude, Hunter looks like the girl. But in the world of Wade, Zaya's the girl and Hunter's the boy. In honor of Easter last Sunday, Dwyane Wade took to social media and posted a picture of Zaya Wade and Hunter kissing. They were kissing each other like you kiss your husband or wife. Now, I'm not going to post that picture here. If you want, you can find it on Google yourself. I'm not sure of the rules when it comes to teenagers and kissing pictures. I would rather just play it safe and just stay away from it. Last night, I was at my girlfriend's house for dinner. She is heavily invested into this channel. She keeps up with my analytics and comments more than I do. Sometimes I will run video ideas by her before I start prepping for it, just to get her thoughts on the subject. I mainly do this when it comes to issues involving kids. She's a mother. She has a hell of a lot more experience raising kids than I do. I was telling her about Dwyane Wade last night, and she made an excellent point. I would have never thought about it from this perspective. But she said, I would never upload a picture of my daughter kissing a boy on social media. If anything, if I caught her kissing a boy, I would snatch her away. If she posted the picture herself on social media, I would make her delete it. She said the only reason Dwyane Wade did this is because his kid is transgender. She's 100% right. I mean, just think about it. What self-respecting father posts a picture of his fucking teenage daughter on social media kissing a teenage boy? It's just weird. Dwyane Wade is exploiting his child to further an agenda. Now leave it to our friends in the mainstream media to glamorize the actions of Dwyane Wade. What a loving father. These people criticizing Dwyane Wade are anti-LGBT. We must preach acceptance and inclusion, not hate. This has nothing to do with hate. These are kids we're talking about. 13 or 14-year-old kids. They shouldn't be thinking about transitioning genders. They should be thinking about the school dance or whatever the fuck kids do these days. Eric Turner Jr., he writes for some outlet called Blavity News. He wrote an article about Dwyane and Zaya Wade that was picked up by Yahoo. The headline, Zaya Wade kissing her boyfriend and her parents' acceptance of it isn't their problem, it's yours. Eric Turner doesn't see an issue with a father posting a picture of his teenage daughter kissing a boy. He also insinuates that we should accept it as normal behavior. In what world is that normal behavior? He says adults need to understand the need for privacy and autonomy for teenagers, for kids. He references something that happened in his childhood. When he was 16 years old, his mother and aunt chastised him for posting a picture to his MySpace account of him kissing his boyfriend. You know what, Eric Turner? Your mother and aunt were right. You were wrong. Teenagers don't need autonomy to make their own decisions. They need parents to guide their decisions. He ends the article by saying, "Give me more parents not sexualizing children." Um, isn't that what Dwyane Wade was doing? The same guy that you're glamorizing? Wasn't he exploiting his kid? The reason I mention Eric Turner, this man and his twisted mentality is involved in the education system. He has a doctorate in education. I don't know if he teaches at the college level, high school level, kindergarten. I don't know. What I do know, he wrote an article recently talking about the importance of teaching sexuality in the classroom, which tells me this man doesn't belong in the classroom. These people are confusing children. They are grooming a generation of kids confused about their identity. 10 years from now, we're going to have a generation who doesn't know who they are. Have you ever met someone that doesn't have an identity? I'm sure you have a friend or a family member, someone you work with, who doesn't know who they are, which leads them to having no self-esteem, no self-worth, no self-confidence. Now imagine an entire generation of that, millions of people without an identity. You ever wonder why people in power are doing this to children? You ever wonder why they are grooming this generation? If you can groom an entire generation that doesn't know who they are, it makes them easier to control. It makes them easier to brainwash. None of this is accidental. These people don't give a shit about transgender rights. They care about power and control. It's much easier to brainwash people who don't know who they are, who have no self-confidence, no self-respect. Earlier this week, I played you the video of that teacher who didn't want parents involved in the lives of her students. She wanted the child's mind to herself. "Get out of here, mom and dad. Your child is mine. I will raise them to be confused so I can exert my influence over them." My parents out there, if you're not awake already, you better wake up. You might want to get yourself involved in what your child's learning at school. You don't want to find yourself in a situation where 9-year-old Trey comes home and tells you that he changed his name to Tina. But let me know what you think. Dwyane Wade, exploiting his child on social media. Sound off in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to receive all notifications from the channel. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, KC_BTL84 on Twitter. I'll see you guys tomorrow.